What happens when a president watches his people die and doesn't flinch?
You could see he's clearly aiming, meaning he was aiming to kill as a message to them.
When unarmed protesters are shot in the streets and the commander-in-chief says nothing.
Pale 2027 tutafanya mtihani na hawa wananchi. Na kila mtu atakuja na kazi yake amefanya. So, hakuna haja ya kusumbuana hapa katikati.
When the blood of citizens flows and the most powerful men in the country don't even blink.
And what is being installed now is those badges. Remember, they signify the Inspector General's role as a leader within the police force, entrusted with the duty to maintain law and order, uphold public safety, and enforce the law without fear, favor, or ill affection.
President William Ruto, Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen, Chief of Defense Forces General Kahariri, Inspector General Douglas Kanja. The Standard newspaper has said that they are unmoved by bloodshed.
What a beautiful end line, the Standard. They are not even moved an inch by the bloodshed. They believe that those who died, they are like dogs, goats, or sheep outside there. They are not even bothered.
But the deeper question is this: how far will these men go to protect their power, to expand their wealth, to silence their critics? And is President Ruto, the man who promised to lift up the poor, actually the biggest threat to them?
Ruto aongeze wanajeshi akuja angata hapa. Hakuna askari ataenda hata moja, hii shamba ni yetu.
On Monday night, this killing of 5 people and injuries of others that took place by police in Barikoi is also now being linked to the president.
This is not just a story about land. It's not just a story about bullets. It's a story about a man who will do anything to win, even if it means sacrificing his own people.
Tunaye ameusia Ruto shamba yangu. Eti anakuja kufence shamba yenye iko na title. Na title iko na kila kitu. Hata ukienda kutoa search iko. Hii serikali iko namna gani? Na tumeshangaa na hii unyanyasaji kabisa ambayo iko Kilgoris hapa.
Serikali yote akuja hata atueleze kwa nini anataka nyang'anya sisi shamba. This is very bitter. Tulipiga kura.
We thought he was our person. We thought we were supporting him because he's our own. We have to support our own. He's here to finish all of us.
But there are no arrests, no apologies, no justice. Why? Because the people pulling the triggers were acting for the people in power.
The clashes were caused by an attempt by the government to demarcate the land in preparation for the building of a sugar factory on that land, which is contested and without the consent of the local.
Bloodshed did not just end in the streets. It is now in the soil too. Angata Barikoi, Narok County, 6,300 acres. A disputed land deal. 6 more people are now dead. Dozens are injured.
Now, at least 5 people have lost their lives in ongoing clashes between residents of Angata Barikoi, which is in Transmara, and security forces. Now, it is said that some powerful individuals are trying to grab over 6,000 acres of land in Angata Barikoi, and residents are resisting, and that of course has led to violent confrontations between them and police officers.
And the one name on everybody's lips, William Ruto.
Now, when we hear that his name, the president, has been roped into this, angry residents demanded that the president comes clean on his involvement in the controversy surrounding the ownership of the 6,300 acres of land at the center of the dispute.
Residents stood before Interior CS Murkomen and screamed for answers. How had president's name ended up on a land they lived on for decades? Because this is not Ruto's first land scandal. You remember Langata School playground? It was grabbed. Adrian Muteshi's farm? It was stolen during post-election chaos. And the Western Hotel, even Ruto himself agrees that it is built on stolen land.
For the record, the National Land Commission has made a finding that Western was an innocent purchaser for value from somebody who got it illegally.
It is a legacy of greed, where land equals power, and power is always worth the cost, no matter how many lives are lost.
You know the reason why people like William Samoei Ruto is in the seat of leadership, even as a president, is because people lack information. Because if you have a smartphone and Google Ruto na mashamba, my friend, what will come on your phone? You will never want to see that guy again. It will start with the KPC Ngong Forest land scandal resulted in the suspension of Kenyan government minister William Ruto and was charged in court as a result. When he was a minister 1990s. Unatoka hapo. Ruto hatched a plot to grab 100 acres land, court order, end of an era for the man who took DP Ruto head on for grabbing his land. Akiwa deputy president, he grabbed his neighbor's land, 100 acres of Moteshi, but at the end of the day, court ordered huyo grabber arudishe. Haya, unenda Daily Nation again. Ruto linked farm wins back 1,600 acre Ruai land, sewerage land. Ruto linked company loses 15 billion Ruai land case. Hapo ni yenye Uhuru alirudisha hiyo land, ilikuwa ya Ruai ya sewerage. Tena Uhuru akairudisha. Then nasikia tena this year Ruto linked farms imewin back the same land. Amerudi tena ameichukua. Huko ni Nairobi. Unaenda Naivasha, MP says President Ruto owns disputed Dabibi land. Decades old controversy surrounding 500 acre Dabibi land. Ruto in the mix. Huko ni Naivasha. Unaenda ingine, Ruto's Matara Ranch sit on a grabbed land from ADC. Huko ni Laikipia. Inside ADC Ranch, vastly heavily guarded paradise in Laikipia, Ruto ndiye amegrab. Haya, unaenda Taita Taveta. Raila vows to recover grabbed land from Ruto. Ruto, who was in Taita Taveta campaigning, said the cause of the land he owns, the costs are in the public domain. Unaenda The Star, XMP who gave Ruto 2,500 acre lands get state job in this year after Ruto got in power. So, me, I'm not wondering that people are being killed, sijui huko South Rift, because somebody is grabbing people's land. I don't know kama ni ugonjwa inakuwaga ndani yake or what it is of land. To him with land, hii Nairobi nasikia his place zote, unasikia Karen everywhere, land zote zimeenda. Hii Nairobi hakuna pahali unaweza pata hata aneka sijui ya government imekaa tu hivi. I don't, my friend, yote imegrabiwa.
Ruto built his brand on religion, on hustler talk, on a promise to the poor.
Hawa watu wa mama mboga na ule wa bodaboda na hawa wa mkokoteni na wheelbarrow na huyo wa kioski na makanga, tutaunda serikali ya mahasla 2022. Wajipange. Yes.
But behind that soft voice and easy smile lies something darker, a man obsessed with land, addicted to power, and unmoved by pain. Whether it is Nairobi's slums or Narok's plains, one thing is constant. If William Ruto wants it, he will take it. And if you get on his way, you may not survive.
Mungu, akia Mungu, watu wanawawa bure kwa shamba. Mimi nimezaliwa hapa Hang'ata 30 years. Tukipewa na Moi. Uhuru akakuja for 30 years. Saa hii tunakuja pigwa risasi kwa shamba yetu. We have got titles na tulipewa na serikali. What government is this?
Murkomen, Kahariri, Kanja, Ruto. The four men at the heart of state's violence, all named in the Standard's front page expose, all unmoved by bloodshed. And yet, no resignations, no investigations, no shame. As bodies pile up, as families bury their children, the president travels abroad, signs billion-dollar shilling deals, and continues denying everything and blaming everything on fake news.
12-year-old took 8 bullets. 8 bullets into the body of a 12-year-old boy. What would you tell the mother of that boy?
That boy is alive, right?
No, it's not.
This is not just failure, it is contempt, it's cruelty, and it is calculated. So we ask again, how many more must die before we call it what it is? No democracy, no reform, but dictatorship in disguise.
Top 3 most hated presidents in the world. Number 3 is William Ruto of Kenya. Now, I put him on my list of most feared presidents, and many Kenyans have reached out and said, no, let me correct you, Jacob. He isn't feared. He's just hated because he's a fucker. Okay? He's a terrible human being, suppressing all the bad media from Kenya about him so that he looks like he's this good person to the rest of the world. Most of the rest of the world doesn't even know who he is, but he is a corrupt, terrible, terrible person.
William Ruto is not just unmoved by bloodshed, he's empowered by it. Every acre he grabs, every protester silenced, every bullet fired only brings him closer to what he truly wants: total control.